The Clipse album drops July 11th. They dropped a new song yesterday or the day before when I'm recording this called So Be It. There's a music video out. It's a nice visual. And what the internet won't shut up about, I'm going to just cut to the chase. What the internet won't shut up about is the last 8 bars of the song, where Pusha T very clearly disses Travis Scott. The internet won't shut up about this. First, let's get to what he said. I should have pulled that up prior. Forgive me. Give me 2 seconds to pull it up. Clips, So Be It, lyrics. All right, here we go. Genius. Yeah, that's fine. That'll suffice for now. They didn't have a hard job on this one. All right. Pusha T says, wait a minute. Do they not have it? What the hell? They have this in the wrong order. That's weird. Oh well, we got what we need. It says here, oh no, that's not it either. Genius, what's going on? I thought y'all was better. Okay, yep, it's here, it's here. My bad, y'all, my bad. All right, here we go. So Pusha T says, you cried in front of me, you died in front of me. Calabasas took your bitch and your pride in front of me. Her utopia had moved right up the street. And her lip gloss was popping. She ain't need you to eat. The net gonna call it the way they see it. But I got the video. I can share and A and E it. Oh, I can share and A E it. I don't know what A E it means. If you're cooler than me, and you know what AE means, capital A period, capital E period, let me know. I didn't take the time to look up what this means, but I'm not hip. I'm gonna be honest. He says, but I got the video I can share and AE it. If you know what that means, let me know. Anyway, he says they wouldn't believe it, but I can't unsee it. Lucky I ain't TMZ it. So be it. So be it. The internet is loving the fact that Pusha T dissed Travis Scott. And lots of people are trying to figure out why it happened. But Pusha T already told us. And so let me just get that for y'all so we can get that out the way because as you can see, I've got some hate in my blood today. So let's get to it. Here's Pusha T himself.
He's shameless. It all came from actually being in Paris. So be it. So be it. So be it. So came through carrying the Utopia briefcase. Right. Yep. Doing his whole spiel. Mm-hmm. He comes, he interrupts the session. The next day, the meltdown verse or whatever comes on. A meltdown change that I bought from your boss. Drake on Scott talking about me, and all of that. That was a corny. Like you shouldn't have been here anyway. Him specifically too. I don't take it as personal as I should. It's Travis. He's harmless. I'm not into his whole makeup. I took it there. Her utopia had moved right up the street, and her lip gloss popping. She ain't need you to eat. And then to come back in our fold, to make a point, to invade the fold, and then do all that he did was like, man, I was corny. He's shameless. He does it. You've seen him do it to everybody. I've definitely had to put my hand on your shoulder before. You died in front of me. You cried in front of me. Cried in front of me. You died in front of me. Calabasas took your bitch and your pride in front of me. Calabasas took your bitch and your pride in front of me. I had to help you. People take
last piece.
That type of shit for granted. I don't take that for granted. So be it.
All right, there's Pusha T himself. And so this was from a New York Times interview that the Clipse just did. They're doing a lot of press right now, which is great for them. No sarcasm. I'm happy for them. And this album release, I'm very excited about it. But apparently that's what it is. Pusha T said in the GQ interview a little while ago, if you didn't know about it, basically they were doing a Clipse recording session out in Paris with Pharrell, I guess around the time of the LV show stuff. And Travis Scott interrupted the recording session. He came in, he played his whole album for the Clipse and Pharrell. He got content footage. He was in there with cameras recording. This is what Pusha T said in the GQ interview. And he played the album, but he made sure not to play the verse on Meltdown where Drake disses Pharrell Williams. As you know, the Clips are very close to Pharrell. Pusha T has stayed close to Pharrell his entire career. And so he's saying he took it personal. And man, this is all the talk of the town. People are not even really talking about the great record that So Be It is. It is a great song. Once again, Malice goes nuts. I cannot play it on lives because they will flag it. But it's a really good record. Uh, when and I'm excited for the Clips. But this is all people are focusing on is the last 8 bars of the song. And I want to say this is a great thing for the Clips. It's a masterful way to end the song with your jabs. But what I like to talk about is, yes, we've seen Travis Scott be disloyal. We've seen him be friends with Drake, do huge records with Drake, but also we've seen him on stage jumping up and down, saying, "Play that record, yo, play that record, play that record" at the Future and Metro show. And Like That comes on, and This Is Drake. We've seen that. That's cool. We've also seen the flip floppiness from Travis Scott. That's cool too. I understand everything that Pusha T is saying. What I don't understand, and maybe this is more for the public than it is for Pusha T, but what I don't understand is why are we excited that Pusha T dissed Travis Scott? Travis Scott is not a rapper. And even if you want to count him as a rapper, he's not gonna respond to Pusha T. He's not gonna have a back and forth with Pusha T. And maybe I'm old school, but I thought we don't get points for snuffing punks. Am I wrong? Like, cause I remember like even in school, if you messed with like the scaredy cat or the punk or the kid who never fought or whatever, it was not a good thing. People would actually diss you. In fact, I remember fighting someone on someone else's behalf because they wanted to fight someone. And I'm like, you're not gonna fight him. He don't even fight. And vice versa. I remember one time someone I had a fight with, their friend got upset and was like, my friend don't fight, but I fight, so now we gotta fight. And we fought. I thought that we don't get respect for punching down. I thought we don't get respect for fighting people who don't fight. Am I wrong here? Because my understanding is you don't get props for that. So why are people excited? Is there some secret disdain for Travis Scott that I don't know about? Because he does like mosh pits at his concerts and stuff. He's not a rapper and he's not going to engage with Pusha T. Or is it just that there's still blood in the water from the Drake and Kendrick beef and people just want the next beef? I mean, I know the Joey Badass versus the West thing just ended where Joey Badass battled a bunch of people from the West and pretty much beat everybody. But is that what it is? Are we just starving for new diss records? Or am I wrong here? Because I don't understand why this is such a thing that people are excited about. What is there to be excited about? He threw bars at him. And yeah, Pusha T put up a caption where he says, I hate all of y'all, to be honest, or something along those lines. And so that's fine. Then get at everybody. But you didn't get at everybody. You got directly at Travis Scott of all people. Like, I don't understand. We dissing niggas who got like McDonald's brand deals? I'm confused. So I'm curious to see what y'all thoughts are. I think this takes away from the talk of the record. I know it is giving more light to the record, more attention to the record, but people aren't talking about the record. They're just talking about these last 8 bars and how seemingly someone took Kylie Jenner, I think that's the one, Kylie Jenner away from Travis Scott. Because that's the whole thing, right? Saying you lost your girl, her lip gloss was popping, so she didn't need you, etc. Uh, is that what we're excited about? I feel like that's not really the one to do it here. Dash says, I hate this. I hate that because I do love the song and its quality isn't being discussed. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it too. That's a good question. I don't know. Dave says, well, Pharrell would be the punk here that he's defending. Pharrell won't fight back or say anything, so he stepped up for him. Okay, yes, David, you are correct. This is the second time Pharrell has done this. Pharrell said, I mean, I'm sorry. This is the second time Pusha T has done this. My bad, not Pharrell. This is the second time Push did this. There's an interview, a really good interview, where Pusha T was on the Joe Budden podcast years ago, and he explains the whole breakdown of the Drake beef. He basically says he was dissing Drake because of the beef with Drake and Kanye West. And even though they had a weird relationship, he was not okay with how Drake was moving. And so he decided to get in the ring and diss Drake. He's doing the same thing again. He said he did not like or understand the flip floppity relationship that Drake had with Kanye West, and he was speaking up for his mans. And now he's doing the same thing again. But number one, Drake actually raps and does engage in rap battles. Number two, do we not learn from our mistakes? Because Kanye is no longer aligned with Pusha T for various reasons. And my understanding is Pusha T ended that relationship, and that's fine. But did you not learn your lesson? I don't understand. Uh, neither person rocks with you at this point. You stood up for somebody who ended up being a piece of shit, Kanye West, not Pharrell. But also, if Pharrell want to rap battle, he could rap battle. For Pharrell writes, and also Pharrell is getting paid off of all the things Travis Scott is doing. He had production on Travis Scott's album. That's why Travis Scott came to play him the records. So I don't really see why Pusha T needs to stand up for Pharrell in this one. Pharrell is winning in all of the ways. And so, yeah, I get it. You didn't like what Travis Scott did. Okay. I mean, there's lots of things we don't like in life. I'm not gonna go diss uh Leon Thomas, Drake, and Doshi because of the things I said earlier in this podcast. What would be the point of that? Just because you don't like something? And Pusha T could do whatever he wants. I don't think it's cool or wise. He could, but the reality is Pusha T could do whatever he wants, right? What I don't understand is the why. That the why people are excited about this, right? Push did what he did. That's on him. But why are people excited about this? Because if I go beat up a fifth grader, no one's going to be excited. I don't understand this. If a person who's a professional boxer goes and beats the living shit out of a crackhead, are people going to be excited? No. We're going to say, hey, man, leave the neighborhood crackhead alone. You don't need to do that to the neighborhood crackhead. Come on, man. Chill out. So why is this different? Maybe I'm operating on old principles, but I don't understand the point of it. I don't understand why people are so excited about this. Because I just thought Travis Scott was in his own lane over there doing his own thing, and nobody gave a fuck about him. But people seem very excited about Pusha T doing this. I don't understand why. Um, Philip says, "Good point, Dave." Yeah, no, it was definitely a good point. Y'all can let me know before we move on, but I just didn't really understand this. I don't understand. Hey, Instagram, chill out. Um, I don't really understand why people are excited. Is what I'm saying, because to me, you don't get points for that. You don't get points for smacking down and picking on somebody. Pretty much. Um, oh, Flip, I'm just seeing your text. David says, I think people are sick of the snakes. Travis Scott getting away with the sneak dissing. But Travis Scott hasn't sneak dissed anybody. He's just allowed other people to do it. And he just has been disloyal. He hasn't been loyal. He hasn't picked a side. He's kind of rode whatever wave. So, and truly, that's the music industry. People are not loyal because people are not really friends. It's like a relationship thing that, if it works, it works. If not, Dave says same car. What's that mean? Same car. I don't follow. Um, yeah, I just feel like there's no real relationship equity in these situations. Same car, just in the passenger seat, not driving. Oh, I got you. I got you. All right. Yeah, I guess I can see what you're saying. I just feel like I don't really understand it. To me, it takes away from a great record. And so if this is your second song that you're releasing, or this is your real big single, because this one had the music video, Ace Trumpets didn't, then push your single. And perhaps this is the strategy. Perhaps the strategy is let's air dude out, and that will become why this record does well. And I understand that strategy. I just feel like it takes away from the great work. Malice is up there rapping his ass off. Uh, Push is up there rapping his ass off. And instead of hearing about that, all we're hearing about is these 8 bars. And the rest of the song is way better than those 8 bars, to be honest. I'm also curious, is this going to be what the rest of the album is? Because Push caption says, I think it said, I hate all you bitches. Is that what the rest of the album is? Are we going to be hearing a Clipse album where they're just taking shots at various people in the industry? Because that could be interesting. I'll be honest. If the rest of the Clipse album is them busting shots at people, I am curious what that looks like, sounds like, and how the industry reacts to the Clipse dissing them. Because I'll be honest, if I got my big brother with me, I might not be scared. I don't have a big brother, but I'm just saying, if Push got Malice with him, and he knows Malice is down to go to war, Malice is down to diss people too, Malice is down to hit this 2-on-2 battle, and maybe that makes Push a little braver. Not that Push wasn't already brave, but maybe that's what's about to happen. I could see I could see Push emptying the clip. Ha ha ha. I could see Push emptying the clip because his brother is with him and also ready to go to war. Dave says, or he could be starting a war so his brother could let off some shots. Yeah, that's possible. That is possible. So maybe that's what it is, because No Malice is back. Malice changed his name to No Malice. He's back. He's killing it. He's been on a tear. These verses are great. And so maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's that me and my brother are about to just go up against everybody. Whoever wants this smoke, let's have these tag team matches. Let's get it popping. I thought Malice found God. He did find God, and now he's back. And his name is no longer Malice. His name is No Malice, and these verses are great. I don't know how much Malice is going to edit his lyrics as far as what he says and doesn't say, but so far he's holding back. No punches. If you go listen to the verses we've already heard from Malice, the ones on this record, on Ace Trumpet, on the Pusher album, and there's another one I can never remember, but there's a couple things we've already heard No Malice on before this latest record. It's great. And people are once again saying No Malice is better than Pusha T, just like they used to back in the day. So I'm not saying I'm saying that. I'm saying that is what people are already saying. So it shows that he's putting out quality work. So I think it's great. Let me see what I got here. Maybe this is a text from Dash. Yes, it is. Do 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 do. Yes, Dash. I'm absolutely with you. I was already thinking the same thing. Uh Ooh, Chris says Malice is better though. LOL. I will not fall on that sword. I'm not going to say yes or no. Dave said he's going to use the sword of justice to fight his pen. That's right. Listen, the pen is mightier than the sword. That is from 1985 Batman. Yeah, I know if you know. Flip says, I don't know, man. Push is elite. Okay, I agree. I'm just curious. Have you heard these new verses from No Malice, Flip? Have you heard the one on So Be It, the one on Ace Trumpets, the one on Pusha's last album? And the other one I can never remember. Have you heard these 4 verses, Flip? Because these verses are pretty fly, man. Flip says, yeah, he's bugging the F out. Hello? Hello? That's all people, that's all, that's all, that's all. You know, I'm not saying better. I feel like right now we don't have enough to say better or not better. I'm not going to let 3 or 4 verses be the answer. Let's see what a body of work look like. Now, we could take the Clipse album and put them up against each other 1v1. We could have a better discussion. Today, I'm not talking about back then, I'm talking about today. But so far, that man is swinging for the fences. Chris says he only became elite when Malice stepped down. Ooh! It's getting crazy in the chat. It's getting crazy in the chat. Flip says respect. I'm about to hit the road, chop it up later. All right, Flip, man. Thank you for tuning in. Flip says crying, laughing emojis, lots of flexing. Flip, thank you for tuning in. I'll chop it up with you later, brother.